Welcome my fellow gamers, I'm the Body Counter, and today I'll be discussing Battlefield 1's final DLC, Apocalypse. First off, let me state two things. Number one, I'm very disappointed with it so far. And number two, I do know it's a work in progress and they might be hiding things from us as well, so what I say can be subject to change in the future. Apocalypse will be released sometime in February. Knowing DICE, it'll be at the very end of the month. It is to feature 5 maps in total. Sorry, let me rephrase that. 3 regular style maps and 2 air combat only maps, ripped straight from the campaign. Here's my first point I want to discuss. The 3 standard maps we're getting are Passchendaele, and 2 maps I predicted, the Somme and Caporetto. DICE made a great pick for these maps, but my criticism isn't aimed at the standard maps, but the air superiority or air assault maps. Not only have DICE skimped out on making 5 standard maps, plus the 2 air assault only ones, but they didn't even attempt to make anything original. We'll know for sure when they come out onto the CTE how they play and what they look like compared to the campaign levels, but it's frustrating that we're getting 2 recycled maps from the game in place of what could have been a Tannenberg map between Russia and Germany, a Battle of Uzzura map between Russia and the Ottomans, or a Vimy Ridge map between Canada and Germany, plus the 2 game mode exclusive ones. Speaking of Vimy Ridge, that reminds me of something important as well. Factions. Not a single faction has been confirmed, and it's something that really bothers me, because if they were going to do 5 maps, they could have added a single faction to be featured in 2 of them, adding more variety to what factions and settings we could see. Serbia could have brought the Battle of Belgrade, Bulgaria bringing Doriran or Monastir, US Marines with Belleau Wood, Belgium would have brought Liege, Canada with Vimy Ridge, and Japanese bringing Tsingtao. It's a missed opportunity and a punch in the face to the fans around the world when their country isn't implemented in the game. DICE might not be able to make everybody happy, but it's better than making some happy than none at all. New factions would also bring new firearms into the game related to that country, which brings me to my next point, the weapons Apocalypse is bringing. Number 1, the CSRG SMG, a 9-round sluggish firing heavy powerhouse intended to work as a show for the assault with powerful shots in CQC. Looks good, doesn't work. With only 9 rounds, one would have to be fairly accurate in tight spaces to guarantee at least 3 kills, even with the slow fire rate compared to the Automatico or the new M1912/P16. Number 2, the BSA Howell rifle, a weapon I discussed in my first weapon prediction list, though my reason for its addition is completely different. The rifle is a semi-auto and extended conversion of the SMLE for the medic. Having 20 rounds and a similar damage model like all other SLRs, this rifle just doesn't make sense for the reason that it doesn't have the SMLE's same damage model despite the rifle not being cut down or using a different caliber. Obviously this is for balancing reasons, but I'd like to have seen this rifle instead go to an elite class and keeping the SMLE damage model and a completely different weapon being granted to the medic. Number 3, the LMG 0818. Very promising LMG I must say, combining the bar's fire rate with Parabellum's capacity and overheating levels. It doesn't look unique compared to other choices I had instead, but the reload and stats itself are cool and seems great to add. I can see myself using the support class more often when Apocalypse comes out now. Number 4, the Ross rifle. One of my predicted weapons, the Ross rifle has the SMLE sweet spot, but a straight pull bolt, enabling rapid fire without exiting ADS. Sadly, this rifle only comes with a marksman variant and no infantry. The Ross was the standard issue rifle for the Canadians during World War I, and I'm glad to see it featured despite the fact I don't particularly like marksman sniper scopes. Number 5, the M1917 Enfield. All the M1903 infantry fans got what they wanted, but not really. The Patton 1917 has the same sweet spot as the M1903, but only comes as an infantry variant to please the fans who have asked for it for so long. A cool feature that makes this gun unique is the fact that it uses 6 rounds over 5, and the reload shows even the user loading a standard 5-round stripper clip and inserting an extra bullet in. Number 6, the Webley Mark 6, a top-rank revolver with a 2 good hit kill up close. I haven't seen much of it, but seems promising so far and people are liking how it handles, plus the quick reload compared to the painful Nagant revolver is so much better. Then you've got 3 melee weapons, a pry bar, a meat cleaver for some reason, and a broken bottle. For vehicles, all we've seen is, well, nothing at the moment. The 2 confirmed planes coming to the DLC are sadly exclusive to only one map, Caporetto. A dumb move considering DICE could have at least included them on any map featuring the Austro-Hungarians. Not to mention the new Gas Livens projector An amazingly terrifying stationary weapon so far is limited to just Caporetto. For gadgets, we're getting the anti-air rocket gun finally, which can wreak havoc on planes, or even cause a low-flying plane to crash from a single shot. Also, we'll be getting a literal pigeon you can control, though the pigeon might not make it to the full game as it's buggy as all hell, but the concept is neat. Able to take photos and spot enemies on the map, and exiting the pigeon will automatically make it circle a certain area. It can be shot down, but at least you won't be able to roadkill with it, like the SUAV from Battlefield 4. Another frustrating thing about Apocalypse is we won't be seeing a grand last operation, as none of the 3 maps are linked in terms of location or time, and it sucks we won't be getting a last hurrah from the game mode in this last major DLC. No confirmed Elite class or Behemoth either, but I'm hopeful we'll be getting a new Elite kit despite not hearing anything yet, which leads me to my final point. This is all still in the works. The community does have a voice for DICE to listen to. We might be a month away from Apocalypse being released, but who knows, they might be working on 2 phases of the DLC like they did for Turning Tides. They might be in the process of also making the bullet hosing Annihilator SMG, the incendiary round firing Burton automatic rifle, and many more. Maybe we're getting a new set of maps, might even be accompanied by an operation and a new faction. Only time will tell if the Apocalypse DLC will truly end with a BAM. I hope you're all caught up with the DLC, and I'm glad to have finally voiced my opinion on the so far unpleasing DLC. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, comment anything you want to say down below, or if you want to have a discussion with me, subscribe to keep up to date on future uploads, and as always, continue gaming on.